My name is Sharmishta Sarkar. Today I am going to talk about constraint interaction as the motivation behind tone and stress placement in the Dharamshala variety of Tibetan. My this paper's co-author is my PhD guide, Dr. Somdevkar. So we will start by giving few details about the Tibetan language. Tibet is the birthplace of the Tibetan language. It belongs to the Bodhi subgroup of the Tibeto-Burman group of languages. It is spoken in Tibet, India, China, Nepal, and among the Tibetan diaspora all over the world. There are roughly three dialectal varieties of Tibetan language: Lhasa variety, which is being spoken in the Lhasa region, the Kham variety, and the Amdo variety. Among these, the Lhasa variety is the lingua franca. I need to also say that the Lhasa variety is the only tonal variety. The variety of Tibetan that is being spoken in Dharamshala, we need to understand that a very composite variety of Lhasa Tibetan is being spoken in Dharamshala because the speech community belongs to different generations. They are from the different dialect groups from the home country. Therefore, the mixed variation has come into the picture. So the Lhasa Tibetan that is being spoken in the Lhasa region of Tibet and the Tibetan that is being spoken in Dharamshala are not the exactly same. Tone in the tonal languages. So pitch is available in all the languages, but when it comes to the tonal languages, pitch difference is phonemic, and that phonemic difference gives birth to semantic differences. As we can see, there are two minimal pair examples from Tibetan. Na with high tone means 5. Na with a low tone means 1, means I. Thang with a high tone means empty. Thang with a low tone means and. There are three tones in DT, Dharamshala variety of Tibetan: high, mid, and low. Work stress is a rhythmic structure with a strong and weak relationship between different syllables and moda within a word. Word stress is calculated in relation to other syllables. We can say that if we go to the first example, thangka, which means wall hanging painting in Tibetan, thang, the first syllable, it is stressed, and the second syllable, ka, it is not stressed. So this stressed and unstressed relationship is defined in comparison to one another. Most of the Tibetan words follow left-headed trochaic stress structure, and few of the Tibetan words has also iambic or right-headed structure. I must also mention that Tibetan has both primary and secondary stresses. Impact of tone in the stress placement. So, tone and stress, in many languages, it is seen that they generally co-occur. The high tone co-occurs with the primary stressed syllable or the stressed syllable, and the low tone co-occurs with the unstressed syllable. DeLacy has conducted a study on Ayutla, which is a mixtec language, but unlike Ayutla, Tibetan has both primary and secondary stress. In Ayutla, the difference was between stressed and unstressed syllable only. So the hypothesis is high tone should be attached to the syllable head containing primary stress, or in the absence of a primary stress, high tone should be attached to the syllable head. If we go back to the first example, Thanka, here there are only two syllables. So therefore, only one can be stressed and another can be unstressed. There is no primary or secondary difference in here. But if we go to the second example, Pingya Bhumo, first and third are both stressed, though the first syllable is the primary stressed one. That is why the high tone should co-occur with ping, the first syllable. If high tone is absent and M tone is present, then M tone can be attached to the stressed syllable. So DLSE has proposed the following tonal hierarchy. High will dominate mid and mid will dominate L. So here are some examples of Tibetan words where tone and primary stresses are coinciding with each other. We can see that the first few examples like Pale, Pugu, Menkhang, Mensikhang, all these are left-headed, whereas Chiwa and Potala, they are right-headed. Therefore, the tone is also occurring with the primary stress or the stress syllable in right-handed direction. Sorry. Data collection. The data was collected in a relatively silent environment with 9 participants. Among them, 5 were females and 4 were males. A Zoom H2N recorder was used along with a Rode compact unidirectional microphone. Frame sentences were used to elicit the data. And participants were from different educational and socio-economical background. So here are the list of constraints that was used to show the co-occurrence of tone and stress in Dharamshala variety of Tibetan. These are the other constraints. The OT representation of tone stress interaction. Here the example Mensikhang, it has total 3 syllables and it has a trochaic structure and it also has a primary and secondary stress distinction. So we can see that Mensi forms 1 foot and Khang can also form 1 foot. Khang, because the last foot, the second foot, Khang only has 1 syllable, this is an example of a degenerate foot. So DT allows the existence of degenerate foot. Because it has a degenerate foot, all fit L comes towards the end and trochee comes towards the beginning. The first option A, it violates only 2 lower ranking constraints, foot binary and all FTL, all foot L. That is why it is the optimal candidate. Whereas the second candidate, it violates total 4 constraints, though trochee, the first constraint, is the highest ranking one. That is why it is out of the competition. And in option C and D, a very high ranking constraint, star head / L are violated along with other constraints. That is why they are also out of the competition. The main point is we can see that in the optimal candidate first A, Mensikhang, both primary stress and the high tone, they are co-occurring. A similar case can be seen in the second case, Chiwa. In here, we have iambic stress pattern, right-headed stress pattern, but other constraints are the same. And in here also, the first candidate maintains all the high-ranking constraints and violates only all fit L. Therefore, this is the optimal one. Here is the optimal. Here's the factorial typology. Trochee and iambic, they do not have any violation relationship among them. The same goes for star head L and non-head L H. After that, they are in the violation relationship with parse syllable. Parse syllable is a violation relationship with foot binary, and foot binary violates all fit L. Thank you.
Sharmishta,
Hello.
Because we do phonology, you have to be very careful with the way you present data. Okay, so whenever you show like this transcribe form, use the like notation, proper notation. Don't use colon. Colon means a different representations, right? So you either use Latin brackets or slash, right? In slide number 3.
Slide number 3.
Right, so where you show the
okay.
data. Got that point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You used colon like two dots. Two dots, like are highly
length. It also indicates length.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. I will remember that.
Next slide number 4, like pingia. That's a nasal, right? Velar nasal, or is it like pingia, or is it ping and yeah?
It's pingia bhumo.
Exactly. So I felt like that's the nasal actually, the velar nasal. There is no like go actually. It's a velar nasal, ping and then yeah. So the syllable distribution is also you have to check.
So it should be 3. There should be 3 syllables. Pingia.
3 syllables, fine. 3 syllables, fine. But then the way you showed like ping, then ya, that ya part is wrong. So
Okay,
it's like ping, ya, and then bhu, whatever the next part is, right? Bhumo.
Okay.
So if it is bhumo, again there will be 4 actually, bhu and mo, right? Ping, ya, bhu, mo.
Yes.
Like you showed
yes.
3 divisions, like there will be 4 divisions.
Very easy. Okay.
The proposal by De Lancey, actually it could be looked into from the other point of view, other round actually, in the sense that the moment you have the primary stress, automatically it also raises the F0, in the sense that you see the primary acoustic correlates is the duration for stress, right? For stress, it's the duration. So the moment you have a bit longer duration, necessarily the F0 will also be a bit prolonged, a bit raised. So it's not that high tone will have primary stress. You actually have to look at it from that point of view. That if you have stress, possibly the F0 will also be like high. Since you have 3-tone system in this language, you have to be careful with this primary observation here, in the sense that what about like the word with a low tone? So what is happening there? The word with a low tone will also attract primary or secondary stress. That might attract, right? So in that case, what is happening basically?
Okay.
So that would be interesting to see. So what I'm trying to say is that that should not be the sole focus point. Like this primary stress would be attracted by the high tone words.
Okay.
Primary stress would also be located in the words with low tone. Here you have a tonal. You have 3 tonal contrastional language, right? So these points are slightly contradictory. You have to relook into those theoretical insight proposed by De Lancey. I'm not saying that he was completely wrong, but you need a reconsideration. Okay, 4th point, I already discussed those things with you, but you have to be careful with the data set. The most of the words, I'm not asking any question on the analysis that you have done based on the data that you have showed. But when you try to finalize the location of primary and secondary stress, you also have to keep in mind the factor about the syllable weight. So you see the words like that you have chosen, either it is complete CBC pattern in the first syllable where you have the primary stress, and then either CB pattern or BC pattern only, right? So you have to go for equal length. If it is CBC, second syllable should also have CBC. Otherwise, obviously one syllable with more number of segments into it will have higher duration. Got the point?
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So you necessarily go for bisyllabic words with equal number of segments in each syllable.
Yeah. Okay.
Also try to stick to the similar kind of vowel. You see, there is also a theoretical notion, the quality of the vowel, say high versus low vowel, the duration would vary between them. So we have to when in the data set you have to reconsider those things basically.
So basically, when we have bisyllabic words, we need to have two similar sort of syllables in
Exactly,
them.
exactly. So if it is like, B dot V, both syllables, or it could be CV, CV, or it could be
Right,
VC,
right,
VC.
right.
Okay, I mean the number of segments should be equal. And of course, like, now that we know that we have a word like Pingya, Bumo, with a multisyllabic word. So you try to, like, get more trisyllabic and tetrasyllabic kind of figures also, a few more, just to see how it is shifting. If it is like, strong, weak pattern, or like, it is like, something else that you are getting. Remember, when you are going for tetra and tri, again, you have to maintain, like, this level weight kind of thing. So at least the number of segments distribution, like proportionately distribution should be there. Okay.
Right, right.
So the OT part possibly is correct based on the data that you are proposing, but then you have the main thing, the fundamental question still remain, right? Because the data that you are proposing here, they actually remain suspectable in the sense that whether these are real location, because based on what we can see, the syllable kinds of like structuring, obviously like the syllables with like more number of segments will attract primary stress there. Got it? So the actual pattern, what kind of pattern it is following, cannot be commented based on the data that you have discussed here.
Right.
Right? So all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.